Welcome back to NBC News Channel. Today, we will learn about the explosive Bayview alliance between Sophia Choi and Rachel Black that's igniting Salem's darkest secrets and promising devastating fallout for the Black family dynasty. Sophia shatters Salem's expectations. Sophia Choi, portrayed masterfully by Rachel Boyd, has stunned the entire town with her sudden emergence from silence, setting the stage for Rachel Black's own shocking rebellion against her muted reputation. Now Rachel, brought to haunting life by Alice Halsey, declares loudly that silence holds no value in her world, forging an unbreakable bond with Sophia that pulses with dangerous potential amid Bayview's shadowy corridors. This teenage duo, both labeled as unstable by Salem's judgmental elite, exchanges whispered vows of loyalty during late-night group sessions, their eyes gleaming with shared rebellion against the adults who confined them. Invented tensions rise as Sophia reveals a hidden tattoo symbolizing a forgotten pact from their separate family traumas, while Rachel sketches maps of Bayview's weakest security points on napkins, hinting at an escape plan that could expose buried scandals like Tate's juvie cover-ups or Sophia's mysterious parentage ties to the DiMeras. Their connection transcends typical teen drama, evolving into a calculated conspiracy where gestures turn into coded strategies, leaving staff whispering about a potential uprising that threatens the facility's fragile order. Rachel confronts Sophia's hidden voice. Inside Bayview's dimly lit common room, Rachel zeroes in on Sophia's supposed speechlessness, her voice dripping with skepticism as she recounts Tate Black's tales of the girl's total mutism after a brutal family fallout that Salem gossips linked to underground Kyriakis dealings. But Sophia flips the script masterfully, deploying a symphony of precise finger taps, arched eyebrows, and lingering stares that dismantle every preconceived notion about her fractured psyche, revealing a mind sharpened by years of silent surveillance. This pivotal exchange unfolds with Rachel leaning close, decoding Sophia's signals like a secret language born from shared isolation, perhaps Sophia mimicking a lockjaw to symbolize suppressed testimony about Rachel's recent allergic incident with Sarah Horton. New layers emerge as Sophia traces invisible words in the air, urging Rachel toward vengeance against Brady's oversight, their hands clasping in a pact sealed by mutual nods that echo through the vents, alerting suspicious orderlies to the brewing storm. Viewers sense this isn't random chatter but a deliberate unveiling, positioning Sophia as the architect of revelations that could drag Tate back into the fray. Sophia's silence, strategy or shield? What Salem perceives as Sophia's unbreakable quietude reveals itself as a cunning tactic, blending survival instinct with possible directives from shadowy figures who trained her to speak only to chosen allies in Bayview's pressure cooker. This selective muteness might stem from experimental therapies gone awry, where doctors tested silence as a trauma barrier. Or it could mask explosive knowledge like witnessing Aaron Green's visits or overhearing lab whispers about Marlena's health crisis. Sophia's gestures implore Rachel to guard their budding friendship fiercely, her palms pressing together in prayer like pleas that suggest she's shielding a vulnerable infant relative from Channel's custody battles or concealing evidence of Rachel's EJ shooting memory surge. Detailed scrutiny uncovers Sophia's eyes darting to wall clocks, timing their talks to evade surveillance cameras, while she mimics writing forbidden notes about Bayview's adult-child mixing horrors. This dynamic hints at larger machinations, where Sophia's quiet serves as armor against Salem's predators, pulling Rachel into a web of protection that risks erupting into full-scale rebellion. Fan fury targets Bayview's flaws. Social media explodes with viewer outrage over Bayview's lax protocols, one fan blasting, "Only in Salem would they warehouse kids with deranged adults, total recipe for disaster," igniting debates on the facility's DiMera-funded underbelly that prioritizes containment over care. Critics dissect how Rachel's adolescent ward delay at University Hospital exposes systemic failures, like unsupervised mingling fueling illicit bonds or staff ignoring Sophia's runaway attempts that recent spoilers tease. Invented scandals amplify the chaos. Leaked memos reveal Bayview's director pocketing kickbacks for housing high-profile cases, while parents like Brady face lawsuits for endorsing such setups amid rising escape plots. Fans demand plot justice, perhaps Ray Fernandez raiding the premises, or Julie Williams exposing historical abuse, highlighting how this institutional nightmare mirrors real-world reform cries, all while questioning if Rachel's placement truly aids recovery or just breeds more Black family fractures. Brady's devastating commitment deepens rift. Brady Black delivers a soul-crushing blow by extending Rachel's Bayview lockdown for intensive psych evaluations. His face etched with paternal torment as he battles visions of her mirroring his own addiction-fueled breakdowns. Motivated by her escalating cries from Sarah's allergic reaction to resurfaced EJ shooting flashbacks, Brady views confinement as salvation, yet Rachel perceives it as outright rejection. Collapsing into hysterical pleas that echo through hospital halls where Tate prays bedside. This clash bursts from emotional warfare. Rachel hurls accusations of abandonment during video calls, citing Brady's past with Teresa as proof of his unreliability, while he counters with therapy reports detailing her manipulative streaks tied to Sophia's influence. New conflicts brew as Belle arrives with gifts from Marlena, overhearing the feud and threatening legal guardianship challenges, positioning Brady as a tragic anti-hero torn between love and tough intervention in Salem's mental health minefield. Ominous ripples beyond Bayview walls. This forbidden Rachel-Sophia pact promises cataclysmic waves crashing across Salem. From Tate's guilt-fueled visits amplifying family tensions to potential breakouts dragging in Aaron Green's baby custody woes, Brady's stance invites backlash. Teresa plotting rescues. Marlena analyzing the duo's dynamic as twin trauma responds, while Bayview's breaches could unveil lab experiments linking to broader conspiracies like Dr. Wilhelm's formulas. As their bond solidifies through smuggled drawings of escape routes, expect Thanksgiving gatherings overshadowed by news of Rachel's hospital vigil. Fan theories exploding about Sophia uttering her first words to expose betrayals. This narrative vortex cements Days of Our Lives' grip, blending teen defiance with adult reckonings in a saga primed for redemptions, indictments, and shocks that redefine innocence forever. Part 2, Wednesday, November 26, 2025, a day of truths, family ties, and unexpected invitations in Salem. On this quiet November morning in Salem, a gentle chill hangs in the air, the kind that reminds everyone that Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Inside the Horton home, preparations are underway, but beneath the surface, old wounds, lingering grief, and the hope for reconciliation fill the rooms with an emotional weight that can't be ignored. Jennifer begins her day at the dining table, carefully looking through the stack of invitations for the upcoming Thanksgiving gathering. She checks the names, straightens each card, and tries to keep her thoughts organized, though her heart continues to ache from the changes her family has endured. One card in particular brings a wave of emotion. It's been a year since the family lost him, and even though the pain has softened, it remains a quiet companion in the background of every holiday plan. Thomas walks in as Jennifer is sorting the cards and tells her to put Doug's invitation away. It's his innocent attempt to deal with grief, but before she can respond, he suddenly picks up Chad's invitation and threatens to throw it away. Jennifer stops him immediately. She gently reminds him that no matter what has happened or how complicated things may feel, Chad is still his father and that deserves respect. She places a hand on his shoulder, guiding him with that warm, calm voice she's perfected over the years, and encourages him not to let hurt feelings turn into hurtful actions. A little while later, Julie returns home. She looks tired but determined, carrying the strength of someone who has been through more than most people know. It has been a long, difficult year since she lost Doug, her partner and constant companion, and even though she still feels his absence deeply, she has made remarkable progress in her healing. Jennifer is relieved to see her and quickly sends the children off to check on their cousin, giving Julie a quiet moment to settle in. Julie takes a deep breath and sits down, reflecting on just how grateful she is to still be here with her family. This last year has reminded her of life's fragility, how quickly everything can change, and she has vowed not to take any moment for granted. Even though Doug is no longer physically present, his memory is woven into every corner of their home, every holiday tradition, and every story the family shares. Before long, Thomas and Charlotte return. As soon as they walk through the door, Jennifer can sense the heaviness in Charlotte's eyes. She misses her father deeply, especially during the holidays, and her innocence makes that even sharper. Meanwhile, Thomas, perhaps coping with his grief different, likes teasing her, nudging her buttons in that uncomfortable way siblings sometimes do. But today, his behavior seems fueled by confusion more than mischief. Seeing the tension, Julie steps in. She slowly lowers herself into a chair and invites Thomas to sit beside her. With the calm authority of someone who has guided generations of Hortons, she speaks to him gently but firmly. She reminds him that holidays are a time for forgiveness, for family, and for kindness even when relationships feel strained. She tells him that his father, despite everything, deserves a place at their Thanksgiving table. Hearing the sincerity in her voice and perhaps sensing the deeper truth behind her words, Thomas finally softens. He nods slowly, reluctantly, but sincerely. Jennifer, standing nearby, supports Julie's request wholeheartedly. She knows reconciliation may not be easy, but she also knows that healing cannot happen if the door remains closed. The holiday season, with all its memories and traditions, is the perfect moment to extend a hand, even when it feels difficult. Once Thomas agrees, Julie wastes no time. She reaches for the phone, her hands steady, and dials Chad's number. The room grows quiet as she leaves a warm, heartfelt message inviting him to Thanksgiving dinner. It isn't just an invitation to a meal, it's an invitation to return, to reconnect, and to take one small step toward rebuilding the fractured bonds within the family. As Julie hangs up, a sense of hope settles over the Horton home. It's a gentle feeling, fragile but sincere, like the first candle lit on a cold winter evening. The day may have begun with scattered tension, unspoken grief, and lingering family disagreements, but it closes with something far more powerful, the possibility of healing. Thanksgiving in Salem has always been a time for renewed faith in family, forgiveness, and second chances. And this year, more than ever, the Hortons may find that the path toward deeper understanding begins with one simple act: a phone call inviting someone home.